Fall is in full effect here at Elon University, which means we are in the thick of volleyball season. Good afternoon from the Schar Center, where it's a clash between two conference foes of the Elon Phoenix and Towson Tigers. The final weekend series of the month for the Maroon and Gold brings in a team that has won 3 straight and is looking to pick up their 4th conference weekend sweep of the season. The Juggernaut Tigers, a program that is 131-21 since 2019 and have won 4 conference titles in that time, comes to town. On the other hand, the 11-11 Phoenix come in 8th overall in the Coastal Athletic Association and look to jump back to 500 in conference play. It's spooky that it's already time to close the book on the month of October, but that's exactly what we do this afternoon. Max Wallace, Grace Stetler, Sam Landsman leading the charge in the control room. And Grace, this is an Elon Phoenix team that looks to bounce back today, and they'll have to do it against a foe in the Towson Tigers.
And it's hard to believe we're 22 games of the season so far, but the Tigers secured their 21st win yesterday here on Robertson Court with that 3-1 win over the Phoenix.
And the Tigers have been capital A amazing, led by their 2 superstars, Victoria Barrett and Sydney Stewart.
And the upperclassmen have led the pack for the Tigers and sparked their 3-game win streak. Let's start with number 12, Victoria Barrett, the 2023 first team All-CAA and Offensive Player in the Week. Barrett's led her 2024 squad in kills with 323, and to add to her masterclass, has amassed 167 digs. Travel 414 miles north of Elon, and you'll find the home of our next player to watch, number 5, Sydney Stewart. The Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania native was named a 2023 CAA Defensive Player of the Week, and in the 2023 season, she accumulated a high of 388 digs, which put her at 6th in the conference. This season, Max, she's had 365 digs total. And safe to say, both Towson players to watch bring the offense and defensive presence on the court.
Now let's talk about the home team. The Phoenix have dropped 4 of their last 5 and have dropped to 8th in the conference, but Grace, Caroline Burlekamp, Sydney Love, 2 of the players that they need to step up in this final push.
And start with the sophomore Caroline Burlekamp, the 6'2 middle blocker out of Columbus, Ohio, has collected 20 digs on the season, 105 kills and 79 blocks total. Versatile should be her middle name because she covers the court on the offense and defensive side. She's consistent and confident from her spot, and she's going to be needed to secure a victory today. And now, let's end with the senior and what's not to love. Sydney Love, the Chesapeake, Virginia native, has been a leading member for the Elon Phoenix with 261 kills. While offensively key at the net, she's also been an important member of the defensive efficiency. With 52 blocks to her name, Love has haunted her opponents at the net and looks to continue it today against an aggressive Tigers team.
And of course, Abdul Rahim. Those 3 paved the way yesterday, combined for 32 kills of the 57 Towson recorded.
And the front line it's really just kind of incredible to kind of watch how they're able to kind of put some things together. You can kind of take a look here, just at the perfect setup and then the perfect placement from the front line. That's what kind of makes it hard to stop, and it really splits the Elon defense completely. And you can imagine a game like today puts Victoria Barrett on watch. If you're any team in the CAA and you know that she's coming to your hometown, you've got to get a stop, and you got to figure out how to stop a powerful player.
51 kills for the Tigers. They outkill the Phoenix by 18, and they outdig them by 4 from start to finish. It was all visitors all weekend long. They walk out 2 wins richer, and the Phoenix will be looking to bounce back after dropping 5 of their last 6. Grace, your final thoughts.
And I think you kind of look at a game like today, and it shows promise from the Phoenix in playing behind. The key now is you got to figure out how you got to finish. I mean, 2 games, 25-23, 25-23, 25-20. Those are close games, Max. They're close matches. So now as a match as a whole, how do you finish a game all the way till the end and you keep that run going?
Sunshine and good times from the Schar Center, and it's time to put a capper on another weekend of CAA volleyball as the Phoenix and Campbells get set to square off for an 18th time all-time this afternoon. Happy Sunday, everybody. So glad you're with us this afternoon. Max Wallace and Grace Stetler, a couple of Ducks alongside you at home. And Grace, this is a Campbell's team that was able to get a victory yesterday, their first conference victory, and how were they able to do it?
And Campbell took the first 2 sets, Max, and Elon with that killer 3rd set, 25-11, winning the 4th, but just not able to finish and only putting up 7 in the 5th, and that would just kind of end the game, Max. A really tough and a tight game all the way to the end, but just Campbell able to take it in the end.
It was the volleyball killer pun, very much intended for Gwen Walco. She was a big part of getting that first conference win and just somebody who provides a spark up front.
And the Downers Grove, Illinois native got it to a fast start with 6 kills in the opening frame, kept the pace of the Camels with 12 kills and 2 errors in the first. She's a key member of the Camels last year, making so many different appearances, but she's a killer member of that recent matchup as well.
It was a win, but it was a 5-set win, and the Phoenix fell behind early 2-0, but they were able to come back large and in part to number 13, Cameron Lanier.
And with 11 kills and 5 blocks, Lanier brought the team back in the 3rd and 4th set. The 6'1" sophomore out of Chapel Hill had a fantastic season, has had a huge season with a high of 15 kills against Southern Mississippi. Safe to say, Max, Lanier has been a member of the team, and she's loving to get involved.
Outside, just off the fingertips of Rucker, falls in the outstretched arms of Shaw, and it goes down as the first point of the set for the Camels.
And I think it's something you said, Max, and it's something to not be understated, is the controlling of the chaos. They've done it really well in this past couple of games just to kind of work together. I think controlling chaos comes with communication. And right now for the Phoenix, the biggest thing is stopping the momentum from the Camels. Don't let the lead grow any more than the 2 it's at right now. You gotta stop.
Timeout here on a Sunday afternoon, called by the head coach of the Camels, Greg Gorel.
And Greg Gorel, he's somebody that has definitely been looked at a lot, especially in the Camels. Longest tenured and winningest coach in program history. 2022 Big South Coach of the Year. 12th season and a career record of 172 to 149. He's been to the NCAA tournament, Max. He is somebody really that, you know, Campbell's not only looking up to, but his team's looking up to as well. Out of the timeout, the Camels actually responded quick, and then the Phoenix were able to just stomp back to get those 22 points. Looking to secure the first set in a relatively quick and pretty fast manner. Down there, the number 11 and 8 punch from the right side of the net. Excellent effort there by the 2 of them to just be able to get up and put it down.
And most importantly, got set number 1 in their back pocket.
And you can see a couple of times head coach Greg Gorel was just looking to try to stop them with a timeout, but the game of runs continued both out of the timeout and prior to the timeout. Really good effort there by Elon to kind of keep it moving and just keep the movement going. For Elon right now, it's about how do you keep those runs continuing. And excellent communication thus far.
For her head, and Grace, she backed up, made herself even with the end line, and just kind of ducked down as that was too high. Really good job by number 7.
An excellent communication thus far by the Phoenix. You got to look at how they're communicating with balls that are just too short or out, and you just couldn't be able to get there. Excellent tip over, though, by Lanier. Really just hooked her hand over the net there. Kept that one alive. Too fast for the Camels.
25-17, 25-20, and 25-21.
And just an excellent job. Take a look at that final kind of volley back and forth. Excellent dig there by Shaw, and a better way to just tie the ribbon on it with Sydney Love. Excellent job. And Max, I think this just shows as a team that they can play from behind, play in the lead, play with a game down. Just an excellent all-around effort by the Phoenix.
Bulldogs. And with that, we welcome you to the broadcast. Max Wallace and Grace Stetler alongside you from the Schar Center. And Grace, let's start with the visiting Bulldogs, a team that was able to pick up their first win their last time out against Lamar University.
Well, with that 4-set victory against Lamar, Elon will face a big challenge today against a hot running Bulldogs team. However, a big part of that 4-set win was rooted in number 4. Molly Littlefield, the sophomore from Rockton, Illinois, recorded 53 digs throughout 3 games this season, making her the player to watch.
Let's stick with the aces, but flip the deck of cards. The true freshman, Kayla Palmer, with 20 assists and 13 digs in her first collegiate week. Grace, those are not numbers you'd expect to see on a veteran-heavy squad.
Well, you said it, Max. Kayla has been putting up incredible numbers so far this season. With those 20 assists, the freshman setter has made her mark on the court and on her fellow teammates. And speaking of fellow teammates, she is following right in the steps of our next player to watch.
You said it, it's a loaded deck for the 22nd year head coach, and with the addition of a grad student veteran in Annabelle Shaw, it's just another wild card in the back pocket of Mary Tenler.
The former Seahawk and now Phoenix member has been a key member of the squad. While at UNCW, Annabelle Shaw played all 28 matches and held a team-high 618 assists. And if that wasn't enough, Max, she posted 6 double-doubles throughout the season, making her a notable member of the 2023 team. Tonight, she will make her third appearance for the Phoenix, but play her first match here in Char Center.
And she's not the only stellar setter that Mary Tendler added this offseason. Able to welcome back the 2021 CAA Setter of the Year in Haley Clark, who takes her talents from the insignia to the sideline as an assistant coach.
From player to now assistant coach, Haley Clark truly knows all parts of the court. Like you said, Max, a setter for the Maroon and Gold from 2018 to 2022, Clark was a notable figure for the Phoenix while doing it in style. Throughout her career, Clark worked her way up to 5th all-time for Elon in assists. Her addition to the 2024 squad is not only notable, but critical in lighting a spark for the 2024 Elon Phoenix.
We welcome you to the Char Center, where the Maroon and Gold will bookend the homestand with Disco Night right here on Flow Sports. Phoenix and Spartans again on Flow Sports, and Disco Night in the building. Let's get funky, Grace. I'm Max Wallace. That's Grace Stetler. We'll be your DJs tonight. And Grace, this is a Phoenix team that is as hot as a firecracker right now.
And the Phoenix and Spartans are going to meet up for the 7th time in school history today, Max, and it should be a funky one. The Phoenix are coming off a huge weekend, and the Spartans are looking for a comeback win after a loss to Charlotte. But if there's one person this Norfolk offense runs through, it's got to be number 1, Sydney McCree. The junior from Durham, North Carolina, covers the court from sideline to sideline and has been a reliable member of the Spartan squad. Perhaps the most notable number, Max, is her assist count, with 122 on the season, while also totaling 31 digs. So simply put, McCree is the Spartan to stop.
Elon is coming off of their most complete weekend of volleyball in the last season, and let's just say the guys in the higher-up seats made it easy to pick our star to highlight, the CAA Offensive Player of the Week, Sydney Love.
One way to describe Love, well, that'd have to be legendary. Named the CAA Offensive Player of the Week, Sydney Love racked up 69 kills this past week, averaging a little over 4 kills per set. This season, Love has a total of 90 kills, 33 digs, and 18 blocks total. For Norfolk, they're going to have to keep their eye on the outside, and number 10.
Her and Caroline Burlekamp, 2 players who were both named to the all-tournament team over the weekend. And while we're on the topic, let's recap the meat and potatoes of the homestand and 2 of the 3 wins on the year for the Maroon and Gold.
What a turnaround for events for Elon Volleyball this past week. From a tough 0-3 loss against Murray State early in the Phoenix Classic to a close 3-2 win against NC Central and finally sweeping UNCG 3-0. Max, the Phoenix have done it all, and they're ready for a Tuesday night matchup.
Kill of the night goes to Lions.
And just a little bit of miscommunication there, you could tell on the Phoenix side, just kind of a who's got the ball moment rather than working together early on in this game.
Great dig by Dick. Far side, this one's over the sideline, and give all the credit in the world to Caroline Doyle.
And Doyle, she was able to dig, keep it alive, and then kind of save it. I mean, watch this again. She digs, she gets back up, and she goes, no, guys, I got it, and backs it out, keeps that play alive, and helps her team score the point. And we say first team to 20, but you almost wondered how long that 20 was going to hold over NSU. I mean, just kind of the look here. The times that NSU has been so kind of productive is when they're able to just do those tricky tips over, or when Elon's just not ready for the response. But then we see it right there, another error, and they're just kind of able to get the point back. And Burlekamp has just been so productive in that area. You've seen her tonight already been able to kind of stop a couple of the shots coming over. Second block on the night, but 17th on the season, really somebody who's been able to follow along as season's gone along.